Hello, my friends. I'm back for part 2 of the Know Your Why video. So today we're talking about the Silmarillion. Why am I writing a soundtrack for the Silmarillion? And this is, of course, because first and foremost, I'm passionate about sound. I'm actually a sound addict. This is why I called my channel, my brand, the Alex Sonics. Because all things that all sounds are just making me so happy, and this has always been like that. And now you know the story from that video. So I love the sound of voices. Beautiful, well-bred voices telling a story. That's something that makes me so blissfully happy. It makes me feel right at home. And I could listen to just beautiful voices. I could listen to them endlessly, and my favorite voice, the voice that's had such an influence on me is Simon Templeman. I'm going to make a separate video about that. So, all things sounds. When I'm walking through the forest, sounds of nature, oh my God, instantly brings me into the present moment, forgetting everything else. The sound of music, of course, and the sound of voices making music, so singing, and all of that together, the sound, the voices, all of that I find in the Silmarillion. Firstly, Tolkien has this rich sonic landscape. Whenever I'm reading the Silmarillion, I'm reading it out loud because it's just so beautiful. The sonic richness, the density, and then the impact of the sheer sonic quality of the words, the sentences, and the languages. You have all of that in there. There's music in the language. He is using other languages, and I'm so interested in the music of languages and accents, which is why, as a native speaker of German, with a local dialect in German that is almost diametrically opposed to what RP is, this is interesting. Why did I choose this accent? This has to do with Simon Templeman, and anyway, all of that is in the Silmarillion. And then you have the grand evocative power of the words. So it's not just pure sound, sound attached to meaning, attached to feelings. Right. Because ultimately it's how it makes me feel. And the first idea was not to write a soundtrack like I'm doing now, but to create an audiobook. And for this audiobook, initially, I thought I'd create a few melodies that would play every now and again, because I don't want music to be playing the whole time. The narrative is so strong, the sheer language doesn't need any support, right? That's my feeling about it. But I couldn't obtain the rights to do that, so I just recorded in any way privately, not sharing it publicly. And then I thought, well, I could just write music. There are no copyright concerns about writing music, just about the names, because that's a different legal department, the trademarks. So that's something that I'm quite keenly aware of. But anyway, that was how the idea was born, from initially crafting an audio book, not being able to obtain the rights, and then the soundtrack. And with the music, I wanted to capture the essence of the feelings that I had when reading that story. So sometimes I would narrate the story through music. Sometimes it's just to take you on a story to that place, as in Gondolin the Fair, almost like game music, really, could be playing when you're in Gondolin, the theme is playing, and stuff like that. And sometimes depicting concrete moments. And I'm mixing all of that, all of my interests, all of that which makes me happy, which in this case is me. In this case, it's me crafting music, that adventure of, creating something and not knowing what I'm going to end up with. I don't know. I have no idea sometimes. I mean, of course, I set frameworks, but that genuine adventure. Then I'm also creating voiceovers, right? I need to restrict them, so I can't use the original text so much. There are restrictions because otherwise I'm going to get in trouble with fair use and such. So I couldn't do a whole chapter, and I'll make sure that I stick to that. And then putting all of that together. And then beyond that, how this channel grew or is growing, talking about it, of course, talking about music, creating music, talking about Tolkien, crafting these videos where I can do the narrations, where I can evoke Tolkien style, but in my very own way, my own lens. And that is why I'm here and doing that. And also because I have this strong need to self-express. And for a long while, I talked about that too, I was so concerned about what people may think. These videos are all, in a way, exercise in a bit of self-therapy, to do it, to consistently show up, to be reliable for you, for myself. So that's the brief story of the Silmarillion soundtrack. I'm so happy you're on this journey, and I hope you are now inspired, to find what it is for you that can make you, this can light you up in the way that this lights me up. Because I used to always be so concerned about finding the one thing. And I've been doing all these things and never realized that all of them had to do something with me. I was doing the right things, but it was just lacking focus, seemingly. But trust your instincts. All the things that light you up, they are absolutely worth pursuing, no matter what people say. Yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, take care.